Okay, Psych 9 is kind of one of those pseudo indie sort of horror movies. Now, what you have a woman who is working a night shift at a hospital that's kind of being renovated. I should say it's kind of being demolished. So she has to go through all the record keeping. So she works at night alone doing record keeping. While she's doing that, she's constantly hearing weird noises, and she occasionally meets the doctor, played by Carrie Elways, who's also working there at the exact same time. And ends up being, pretty unique and fairly interesting. And then they go back through some of her backgrounds, and of course she has one of those standard girl in a horror movie backgrounds where, like, father was sexually abusive, mother tried to kill her by lighting the car on fire. Pretty standard for the girl who's kind of crazy and occasionally goes to the psychiatric level. And that's all of a sudden all the bizarre things kind of begin to happen. While that's going on, there's also a killer, who I think they call the Nighthawk or the Night Raven, who's using the back end of a claw hammer to kill his victims. Victims are always blonde women. It's kind of different. You get some fairly solid acting. I still think Carrie Elwes in the horror movie is actually pretty decent. For being a low budget film that essentially is a woman who's thinking almost everybody could be the killer, whether it's her husband, it's herself, almost anybody she meets, she almost thinks this person could be the person who's going around killing people. And she does a fantastic job. I think her name's Sarah Foster. Does a fantastic job of just this weird, frantic, frenetic trying to figure out what's going on. And overall, it's not that bad. By the time the ending closer comes around, it starts to get somewhat on the kind of weak side. The ending leaves something to be desired, but all in all, Psych 9, a fairly decent movie.